Good morning to one and all present here. As respected Chairman, Mrs. Sunish Jose, the Chief Guest, Mrs. Pushpa Velangani, Guest of Honor, Mrs. P. Vidya, the respected Principal of College of Nursing, Dr. Blossom Maria Manuel, Principal School of Nursing, Mrs. Bhavani, other principals, staff, and my dear brothers and sisters. Today, in fact, very glad to be a part of this celebration, the ceremony today. In fact, I'm very glad that during the last 2 years, this is the first time I could able to see so many youngsters in front of me. As you know, even in the church, wherever you go, the youngsters, we don't know where the youngsters are. Last time when I've been to a marriage in Kerala, I could see all senior citizens there. They were all very hurried to have their food and going back. The youngsters were not seen. Yes. Because the youngsters in search of job, for higher education, they are moved to many places. Here, at least in this kind of institutions, we can see the beautiful faces, the beautiful young, prosperous, the future people here. Last 2 years, in fact, as I told, we didn't have any opportunity to gather because of the pandemic. But during that pandemic, though we were all in our own homes, there are a lot of changes that happened. The changes that we are expected to happen after 10 years, which we have seen now. All are talking about artificial intelligence, machine language, and all those things, a lot of changes. Connectivity, coverage, even to a small child, if you ask, he knows everything. You need not have to teach him or her. Because these last 2 years taught us a lot. A lot of changes have happened, but I didn't see much of a changes in the field of nursing. Though we talk about robots, though we talk about artificial intelligence, but to treat a patient, a doctor or a nurse is a must. A human intervention is a must. Rather making a change, it made your profession very tough. And also it has created a lot of job, as our guest of honor, Mrs. P. Vidya, rightly said. That is why we are all here. That's brought us into this institution. I don't want to talk about the values because your guest, our chief guest has explained to you about the values. But I wanted to just remind you about a few things about the light that you are going to share today. Having come to a new profession, to a nursing as a profession, you have taken a new step. It's a new beginning, as your comparer very rightly said in the beginning. You have made a new beginning. And by lighting the lamp, it's a significant act of shining the small lights within your hearts. It is not that candle you light. That's a symbolic act of shining that small light in your heart. And that light talks about so many things. I wanted to say a few points. When you talk about the light that shines, reminds of the darkness around us. Don't think that there is always light. It always reminds you about the darkness around the light. Isn't it? A candle, if you light, the darkness, the more darkness you will see at the bottom of the candle. There is darkness. Similarly, wherever you live, though there is light, but there is a presence of darkness too. We are living in a world which is not favorable to us. Always we hear about war, we hear about fight, we hear about religious extremism. In fact, the religious extremism has crossed its all borders. The politicians are exploiting us. Isn't it? So, we are living in the world which is not favorable to us, where it has a lot of people suffering around us. Financial crises. And the experts, they say, we are faced a famine in the future. Even the job cuts in the different areas also been expected. So, when you see the light, always think about darkness also. But we have been called to shine our small light in the midst of all these darknesses, all these struggles, all these human problems. You have been called to light your small candle, or to shine your small light within you. And then when we talk about light, it talks about hope. Yes, I do believe that you all seen the lighthouse. For a fisherman who lost the direction, for a boat which lost the direction, when it see the light, they will be overjoyed with hope. Because all this time they will be wandering on the sea. But when they see a light, it's a ray of hope. It's a ray of hope. Children, when you go further, when you're taken this as a profession, and when you're going to the field, you will see people who are abandoned, people who are facing loneliness, people who are much depressed. There, you can be a hope to them. A smile, a small touch, a consoling word, or holding hand for a few minutes may give hope to them to live. That is what you are. You have to be a hope to this hopeless world. Like the former Secretary General of UN, Dag Hammarskjöld, he said, constant attention of a good nurse may be just as important as a major operation by a surgeon. Yes, a nurse can do a big role in the area of healing. Then when it comes to the next point, the light that shines is about burning out for others. Light never burns for itself. You can see, it is burning for others. Isn't it? This light is for not that light. It is for us. You are not for you. You are burning for others. You are burning for the people who lost the light. Of course, you are treated someone with compassionately as your teacher, as your chief guest, very rightly said. But in future, don't expect that they will remember your name, they will respect you. No. You should have there is always a factor of selflessness in the profession of nursing. Selflessness. You don't expect anything, but you see your profession, you see your patient compassionately. There, you are burning not for you, you are burning for others. This is what. I take this opportunity to wish you all the very best in the academics and also in your nursing career. Let this beginning that you make today always inspire you to cherish and to uphold the values and rich tradition of the nursing profession. As Jesus said, remember the words of Jesus, you are the light of the world. A city on the hill cannot be hidden. Neither do the people light a lamp and put it under the bowl. Instead, they put it on the stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. This is what Jesus told us. So the light is not about the check that you are, or the payment that you are going to receive in future. It is all about the lives of countless individuals and families that you are going to touch tomorrow. May God bless you all. May this light guide you. May this light help you to cherish. God bless you all. Thank you, dear Sunish Jose, the chairman of this institution, for having given a chance to stand before you. Also, a big thanks to all the staff and students for giving me an opportunity, patiently receiving or hearing my message. Thank you all the best.